Disclaimer, this video is going to be highly confusing, given that we're building a roundy ship in a game with mostly square parts. I did my absolute best to explain it in a understandable way. However, I am not the best at explaining things sometimes. So if you feel like you don't understand something at one point, please let me know in the comments what part it is, and I'll make sure to make a follow-up video to try to explain it even better. Thank you. Alright, boys, this is the CAS class Covenant Assault Carrier. This is the hardest ship I've had here on the channel, on the short videos that I've uploaded. The front end is my biggest disappointment, because we don't have any big roundy parts, but the rest of the build is actually quite nice. Now, big disclaimer, the way that it is right now, I may not be able to completely replicate it because it's actually kind of complicated to make, and I may not remember everything that goes into it, but here we go. I'm deleting everything so you can just build along with what I am doing. I'm gonna delete the engines as well. You're gonna want to put the landing gear right at the beginning of the circle in the middle of the station right there. And then we're gonna have to put a scaffolding or any part that's on that list right there on the bottom part of the middle page of the thingy. And then we're gonna have to put the Titan Heavy booster on the sides of this scaffolding. It might not look like this, like it's attached, but it's attached. And you know, just put one like that if you think it's not attached. Well, it's red right now, don't worry about it. That's by design. For you at the beginning it might not be red, so just it looks the same. Now this third engine actually goes a little bit along deeper in from the two at the edges, so let's just put one of the things under the engine like that by duplicating it, and boom. Oh, boom, there we go. In the middle, a little deeper down. Like that. So, to make the tail end of the ship, you're going to want to put scaffolding like that. In this case, you'd attach it to the landing gear. Actually, hold on, I'm going to do that. So just put it like that. Make it go 4 blocks ahead, and you can delete the landing gear if you want. We don't need it anymore. So, to make the back, you're gonna duplicate that so it's higher, and then that's the third one. And this is about the roof of the rear of the ship. This is at as high as it goes, as you can see. Just put the Speedbird nacelle or something. That's gonna be the ends of the ship at the rear. So we're gonna put super cruise cowling. This is just temporary. It's actually just to make space up for the back. Just hang on a second. This is actually better just to make space. And at this block, you're gonna want to put the Speedbird cowling right there with 2 super crews around it, and the Speedbird nacelle like that on the edges of that thing. And of course painted purple by putting the gray in purple and then flipping it through the second sphere of the color section. Right, there was a little cut there because the game crashed, but you're just going to put the shielded joints back there like so. Make it so it's all covered. Don't worry about it. That's not gonna stay there. We're gonna delete them in a little bit, but now we're gonna put what was it? It was the Firefox, I think. Yeah, the Firefox fairing. I mean Firebox. Firefox. The Firebox fairing like that to make it have a roundy look, or the Speedbird nacelle right there to fuse it to the rest of the ship. It can be either way. It's up to you what looks better. And now again, that's weird. The firebox like that. Then right there, put the speedbird nacelle like that, and boom. It seamlessly connects to the rest of the ship. That's the next part I'm going to show you how to build. And just delete the scaffoldings or whatever block you use to fill it up in the middle. And then use the longshore to make up the meat of the middle of the rear of the ship. Like so. This is just to make space to not use that many blocks, because the complexity limit was the biggest headache I've ever had in this game with this ship, because it's an impossible shape, really. Alright. Just duplicate it so it looks nice and balanced, like so. Just duplicate that, flip it, boom, flip it, boom, and kablam. That looks good. And just flip like that, and there you have the rear. One thing I forgot to do was paint the engines purple. You can just do that. All right, so to make the middle of the ship, you're gonna want to put a wall of these shielded joints right after the rear parts, and then the first thing you're gonna want to do is put a speedbird nacelle like so. Actually, wait, no. You're gonna want to put a speedbird cowling like that. Just put 2 of them. What's it? 3 of them actually. Hang on a sec. Yep. Right. All right, yeah. So now connect the speedbird nacelle to the cowling like that, so it makes a nice roundy bit, and then put a longshore like that so it creates a little curve. Now to make the nacelles go further into the outside of the ship, you're gonna want to put one of the scaffolding or one of these blocks like so before the cowling, and then you're gonna want to put the nacelle like that, and then delete both of these, duplicate the cowling like so, and duplicate the nacelle so you can put it on that right there, and that creates the little egg-shaped kind of look to the borders of the middle of the ship. And now just connect everything to this cowling like so. It's gonna allow you to put it without any issues. Like it should supposed to work. Should work. Right. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a scaffolding right here. Hang on a second. The reactor and everything goes in the bottom of that part. Use the round reactor so it looks like the glassing beam. Looks pretty cool. Right, so that goes sideways like that, and boom. And this cowling, you can just duplicate it, put it, flip it, and then put it like that. Boom. And then for the extended nacelles, just put it like so, and connect that, flip it, boom. Then delete the thingies, flip it, duplicate it, boom. And then just a little ballerina dancing with the parts. So it works, there we go. And you should just duplicate exactly this spot on the other side, and it should work perfectly. Now here's what the underside I made it look like. It's just a reactor and the shield generators and some turrets. Right, so the nose section, here's where we're gonna start. You're gonna want to put the longshore above the other longshore, and then at the bottom here it is, the reactor room, I guess. This is where we're gonna put the landing jets. So I couldn't put the landing gear in every on any other part of the ship because it didn't look right. But this is where it looked the most natural. To just put it like so, and the turrets, just one right there, and then the same on the other side, and then one shield generator, or two if you want, and then one of them like that, and then just put the Speedbird diffuser in the middle. I mean, sorry, the Firefox in the middle like that, and boom, that's the middle part of the ship. As you can see, this is actually quite confusing, and I'm having trouble explaining it because it's very all over the place. I mean, it's a Covenant ship. It's supposed to be unphysically possibly round. So there we go. And this game has just square parts, so it's kind of hard. Right, so to make the tip of the CAS, what we have to do is start with the longshore cowling, like so, on top of that one scaffolding or whatever part you left there for it to connect to. And then we're gonna put two halves like so, one after the other, and then a cowling at the tip of it, like so. Super cruise right there. I'm just deleting everything so you can just solo along easier. Right, so we're gonna go back to the beginning of the tip formation, and we're gonna put down an engine cover part like so, like that. We're gonna put 3 and then 1. I just put 1 extra, but then we're gonna put the nacelle. There you go, the 1, the nacelle like so, and then another nacelle facing the other way like that, and that creates the X-shaped little tip bit of the carrier. Now on the other side, we're gonna have to put the engine covers like so, like 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 facing the other way like that. 1, 1, 1 facing the other way like that, and there we go. That's the top part of the front. The rest is very easy. Now 2 reinforced hull links, like so. It's the roundiest bit I could find on the long part list, because I'm getting very close to the complexity limit. This was a pain in the head and in many places when I was making it the first time. I spent 4 hours building this. Now commentating over it is actually harder than building it, actually. So right, the nacelle like that, and then we're gonna put another one in front of it like that, and that's the whole shape of the tip of the CAS. If we only had roundy parts or could place the cowlings horizontally, it'd be great. Hello games, I love you. Please allow that to happen. Right. So now this part actually is going to be the boarding bay, the one with the the platform, and then the Titan class cockpit, or if you want the roundy MI-24 looking cockpit, and of course painted purple because the purple is better. I know the carrier is usually gray or silver in most iterations of it, but I like it being purple. If you are gonna have a Covenant ship, please have it in purple. To cap off the front, I used the nacelles facing backwards like so to make the swooping curve of the real one, but you know, it's not that possible with these parts. Anyways, the very front of it, I used the quarter of a circle piece. It's the dome section, I think it's called. Yeah, this one. Just put one like that, and then one on top of it, and then on the other side, same thing. Boom, and boom, and I forgot bottom. Another cowling we need at the bottom there. It's the... Nah, it's not this one. It's the other one. Just clone it, flip it, put it, bam. All right. And now continue putting this. It doesn't stop you. Just boom, and then boom, and I think I have to delete that hab behind the thing. No, not this one. Come on. There we go. And then just put that right there, and that makes a vague curvy thing. That's the only way I could make it have that iconic round front with the parts that we have currently, so that's as far as I could get it to go. And then you can just re-put the hab there so it fills up that little space like so, and boom. That's the front of it. And actually that's all of it. That's the whole CAS class carrier. If you want, you can just delete the cowlings, I mean the halves if you don't like them. And then you can just look around to see the thing that you've created. As I said before, I forgot to paint the engines purple and I left this thing right here. There we go. This is the hardest ship I've ever made, and now I need some vacations. No, it was a pain, but it actually looks kind of cool, and I'm proud and disappointed of it equally. Right, now for the flying. Fittingly enough, it's a purple space system, but yeah, it actually looks and flies pretty nicely, and first person you can't actually see anything, because that's by design. I don't actually know where the bridge is in the real one. Well, in canon one. So, flying outside, that's how it looks like. I mean, it looks like the ship, in silhouette terms, but, you know, the front end is not really a continuous egg shape. But, well, we can't do that yet. If we ever get roundy parts, I'll make sure to remake this one and make it actually better. The next ship is going to be the CSS, which is another Covenant ship. So, yeah, enjoy. Thank you.